The camera isn't the enemy. The voice in your head that says this is cringe, that is the enemy. I've spent years feeling that I was out of place. My music taste was a bit too sad. The poetry I love is a bit too niche. And I thought nobody would really get it. And then I started posting on TikTok about 4 or 5 months ago. Today I have two people, less than 1,000 followers. But something changed that I did not expect. I found my people. What nobody really tells you about creating content is that when you're starting, it feels cringe. I agree. And you think that who's going to watch this? Or my friends might think, what is he trying to do? Why is he trying so hard? And this is where I want you to think with me. On Instagram, your content mostly shows to people who already follow you. So they'll be your friends, your family, people you know in real life. So when you're trying to share something there that matters to you, something deeper, something more you might hesitate. You might double guess it. You might feel like, does this look good as my representation or my image that my friends have about me? Because what if it's not? And what if they don't get it? I had layers of myself that I've never showed to anybody, parts of me interested in specific kinds of art, poetry, music that I thought made me weird. I thought I was the only one. But turns out I wasn't. I just wasn't in the right room all this while. When I started posting on TikTok, I created a new account. I started from zero because on TikTok, the algorithm doesn't care who knows you in real life. It cares what resonates with people about your content. So when I posted about the poetry I love, the music I listen to, the things I care about, the things I think about, it found people who cared about the same things. And funny enough, I connected with a few people on there that have had a great impact on my life. I would not have been able to connect with them at all if I hadn't gone on this platform in the first place, if I hadn't started posting. But it was a process of me becoming better at my expression of art. And that really is the takeaway here. And you're not creating content to make yourself look like something different. You are expressing your creativity. You're not trying to become someone different. You're just trying to find the right people who already get the version that already exists. And this version, your day-to-day people might see glimpses of, but maybe they're just not invested deeply enough to care about the rest. Maybe they don't align with your type of music, the big picture stuff, the big dream stuff. I mean, for sure, my friends will listen to when I have to say these things and they'll be like nodding. I know what you mean. No, you don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. Because you don't wake up every day thinking about the things that I think about. And that's normal. That's okay. I don't wake up thinking about the things that you wake up. But that's why I needed to find my people. Not because they're bad friends, just because people are multidimensional and no single group can ever mirror every part of you. Creating content opens the door to new conversations, new connections with people who get the specific thing that you care about, the thing that you thought nobody else cared about apart from you, but they do. You're not alone in these thoughts. And we creative people feel out of place all the time because we haven't met our people. Sometimes it's scattered all over the world and they're just waiting for you to show up, to say the thing that only you can say the way you can say it. Last night when I was thinking about this video, a lot of times I went through my script and I'm like, why am I scripting this so rigidly? Why am I not letting my thoughts flow freely? Because that is what people connect with. It needs to be you. Let's say in your mind, you're clear now that you want to share this thought process that you have. You want to open up to the world and create something that has never been created. Or say it in a way that you feel is true because I know what you're thinking. I don't have a fancy camera and I don't know how to edit and I don't even know what to say. So here is what I did. I looked at what I already consumed. What do you watch? What do you save? What makes you stop scrolling? What is the content that you miss seeing once it's off your feed? Because platforms love giving you new stuff for some reason. That's your starting point. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to contribute to the conversation that you're already having in your head. Second thing I did not overcomplicate it. When I started posting on TikTok, I was literally piecing some videos together with a thought or with a quote or with a song lyrics that I had in my mind and just listening to music and just lyrics with my thoughts there. That's it. My face is not even visible there. And yet people connected with it. Don't overcomplicate it. Let your thoughts flow freely. You just need your phone and something to say. It doesn't need to be said in a perfect way because people who connect with you, people who see your content, they're not going to care about the production quality. The message, the thought is more powerful than the production quality. Please get that in your mind, especially if you're starting, especially if you're just new. Don't overcomplicate it. And number three, I use AI for brainstorming, not script writing. Yesterday, I was coming from a coffee with a friend, and on the drive of about an hour, I thought of two long form video ideas. This is one of them, where I basically just started Claude, which is the AI of my choice, and I enabled the dictation mode. I kept the phone on my lap and just started speaking what I want to talk about. And so here I am from yesterday to today, no over planning, nothing. And the usage of AI helps me here because it helps me structure my thoughts. It helps me get the clarity of what I'm saying. Maybe it can be said in a slightly different way. I'm not going to use typical scripting structure of ChatGPT or Claude, but I can use it as a second brain. The camera isn't the enemy. The voice in your head that says, this is cringe, that is the enemy. And after all of the stuff that I've done in the last 4 or 5 months, cringe is basically just unfamiliarity because you're not used to doing that. So the first time you post, it feels weird. The first time you talk on camera, it just feels unnatural. You hate your voice. You hate how you look. You're wondering, why is my hair looking so wild and crazy? Now I don't give a shit if my hair is going off a little bit because the message I'm conveying is more powerful. Imperfection is what makes us human. Your nervousness in front of camera is natural. But here's the thing that you do multiple times, you get better at it. The first time you record something, it will be difficult. The second time, slightly less. Third, fourth, fifth, much lesser as you gradually go ahead. It's like getting to know a friend, right? The first time you have a conversation with them, you feel like, yeah, I don't know what I can say around this person. But after 10th or 15th meeting, you're like, fuck it. I'm just going to say what's on my mind. That's the unlock because you're talking to camera as if you're talking to camera, but don't talk to the camera. Talk to the person behind the camera, the audience that's watching. Even if right now you have nobody watching, there will be someday, right? There's this video I posted about 5 years ago when me and my friend, we started really getting into Game of Thrones. So we started a channel and we did a couple of videos which were not even videos, which were just basically audio podcasts on YouTube. That got consumed by 700 people on the first 2 days. But even when we're not posting, people are still coming and seeing that video. People are still viewing that video and people are leaving comments. Where'd you guys go? The more you do it, the better you get at it. The camera is not the enemy. And you're not building an audience. You're finding your people. You're not trying to go viral. You're trying to connect with more people. And the connection doesn't happen when it's perfect. It happens when you are real, when you're authentic with yourself. I started my personal TikTok with 0 people I know. I posted about poetry, about music, the things that I actually cared about, the thoughts, the lyrics that inspired me. It was meant to just be an expression of art, an expression of creativity. And through that, I connected with people who felt the same way about the things that I felt. People who also thought they were out of place. Other creators who are also going through this weird imposter syndrome and judgment because it doesn't work, because they feel cringe, but they fought through it. And I fought through it. And now I'm going deeper. I think like doing music night, like hosting events and that kind of stuff that just started popping up in my head. Because I realized this personality is worth sharing. There's depth here that can be explored because I know there's an audience for it. Maybe not a big audience, but the right people will get what you're saying. And that's what content creation gave me. Not followers and not likes, but rather the confidence that I am not alone. My thoughts are not crazy. But that will only happen if you take the first step. If you're okay with being cringe, if you're okay with being imperfect, if you're okay with going ahead and just doing it, because what is there to lose? So if you're sitting on something that you feel scared to share, if you feel like nobody will get it, if you feel like the camera is the enemy, start anyway. Start messy, start ready, start when your burning desire is right there, not with the over planning, because that's not going to happen. Start when the thought is fresh, when the spark is there, when the fire is still burning. Don't delay because later the coffee gets cold. Later the moment is gone. Post one thing and see what happens. Show up as the person that you want to show up as. You don't have to be meeting your 100% expectations. You're doing it for the first time. How can you be 100%, bro? Just be okay with 80. It's okay. No problem. No biggie. You'll improve with time. One day will come, you'll feel like 100 is this easy for me now. Show up with the thoughts that you have, because somewhere out there, someone is looking for exactly what you have to say. And that is the person that you'll connect with. And they'll never find you if you stay silent. I'll see you in the next one.